Jesus explains Distortion of the Divine Word and Free Will. October 3rd, 1961, Message 8009, from Jesus through Bertha Dudde. Spoken by Pascal. Only that which reveals love, wisdom, and power originates with me. You may therefore always use this as your standard when examining whether spiritual teachings are of divine origin or whether humans are their authors. If you perceive a lack of love or wisdom, or if my power is cast into doubt, then you are being presented with spiritual teachings that did not originate with me. But this test will be difficult for you unless my spirit grants you assistance. And you must first ask for this assistance, for your intellect alone will not be able to render a correct judgment. Yet to those who earnestly seek the truth, I will grant it. You can always be certain that I know all your thoughts, and reveal myself to you in my love, wisdom, and power. For you are the vessels into which I may pour my spirit, so that a light may be brought to mankind to dispel the darkness. For you do not know of the adversary's workings in the end times. You do not know all that he undertakes to extinguish the light from the heavens, to nullify my work, and to falsify the pure truth that originated in me. But I will never hinder man's free will should he alter my word, and use it to serve my adversary, the word I have sent from on high to earth. You do not know with what cunning and treachery my adversary proceeds when it comes to undermining the truth. Even though I protect my vessels from his influence, I cannot and will not prevent it when a person's free will presumes to make changes to it. Otherwise, the pure truth would already be spread throughout the entire earth. Human free will must be respected, and this free will shall explain many things to you. Human beings are imperfect, and when something perfect is offered to them, when the pure truth is conveyed to them from me, it does not remain as pure as it is when it emanated from me. For the human mind comes into play, and my adversary can still influence it, especially when a person seeks worldly advantages. I do not prevent this, but I continually ensure that the pure truth is conveyed. I bestow a new light upon those who desire to stand in the light, for they shall not be the ones to suffer because of a will that is misdirected, a fact always evidenced by a distortion of my pure word. The same spirit has always flowed into my vessels, and my adversary has been unable to wreak havoc on these. Yet time and again he finds those who are submissive to his will, and then the work of defilement is already accomplished. My pure water of life has been mixed with human additions, and the healing power has been lost. For whatever emanates from the adversary has a negative effect. It cannot be a blessing, nor can it be conducive to the salvation of the human soul. And when, for this reason, I repeatedly send the pure truth down to earth, when I repeatedly open a spring from which pure water of life flows, then I know that it will be necessary to correct emerging heresies. I know that earnestly seeking people take offense to such teachings, and to them I wish to provide clarification, for my light is not to be presented to the people in a dimmed state, but it is to shine brightly into human hearts, and proclaim to them my love, wisdom, and power. The people are to know and love me as I am, and that is possible only through the imparting of the pure truth. I myself speak to you, the people, and you can truly believe my words. I give you my word, but I also require that you let it take root within your hearts, that you follow it, and that you thereby attain life within. Only then will your spirit be enlightened, and you will then ask me questions, which I will gladly answer. For in the end times, confusion will grow ever greater, and my adversary will succeed more and more in undermining my work. Yet it is the people themselves who will tip the scales. Whoever seeks me, and thus earnestly seeks the truth as well, will find it and recognize it as such. But it can be conveyed to you only through the working of my spirit, because, by human reason alone, you would be incapable of distinguishing between truth and error. Yet there is one truth, and it proceeds from me, and whoever turns to me for this reason will truly receive it as well. For I know that you humans can only attain salvation through the truth, and I know that every false teaching is poison for your souls. That is why the truth will come to you again and again, pure and unadulterated, from on high, because I want you to attain salvation. Amen.